can't do that one.
All right, here we go. I'm muting everyone now so I don't get the feedback. I mean, I want feedback from everyone, but not from my computer. My computer does not need to give me feedback. My computer gives me lots of feedback by dying out every once in a while. Welcome, everyone. So, welcome to Ageless Balance. I'm Ron. We have today for you no balance. Forget that. We're going to do weights. We're going to do movement, endurance kind of movement, and cool downs. So what I want you to do is you can do any of this except the beginning part seated if you want, or you can do it standing. Up to you. I'll give modifications for each. So you have the option. Standing will work more muscles in the body, but if you can't hold your form, then if you can't maintain proper form, then you should be doing it in a seated position until you get strong enough to be able to do them standing. First off, everybody up, we're going to warm up with a march. A march like this. We got to get the joints warmed up. We got to get the muscles warmed up before we start working out. Bring those knees up a little higher each time. Concentrating on alignment, heels, toes, knees, everything pointed right straight out front. Start bringing that leg up a little higher. As you pull it up, heel comes up first, ball of the foot, and back down again. Heel, ball, toe, as they say. And a little bit higher. Arms out to the side. We're going to do this little tap to the knee, so you have to spend a little more time with that leg in the air. If you can't get the knee up high enough to tap it, that's fine. Get the hands down. Get them down lower. Take your time, though. You want to feel the floor. Ball of the foot to the heel, inside to out. Full surface contact. All the joints stacked right straight up. That's where all of your support comes. That's where you take all the pressure off of the individual joints. It's shared. The joints share it. They're very friendly that way. They like to share. All right, bring that knee up and really crunch it up this time. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Use those core muscles to do that. As you lift that leg up, squeeze just a little bit, feeling those muscles work in the front of the hips. Don't do this. Don't let the shoulders come down as you do this. This is the leg up and squeeze it. This is the hip flexors. We lift the legs up with that. We use them so that when we walk, we can get some height, though we're not shuffling our feet and falling. And up, and couple more. And back down, back to just the march. We're just going to do skaters. Warm up the shoulders a little bit. We're warming up the shoulders by moving the feet. No, we're not. This does the shoulders. Lateral movement through the arms. Shoulder blades back, chest open. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and around. Bringing them to the front, stretching out the upper back. Legs stay forward. So even though you're crossing across the back, this foot, these hips are straight in front and across. We don't want to turn as we do this. There's no stretch that comes from rotating the whole body. That's not a stretch. That's just a turn. Roll them. So you want to get that muscle, those muscles warmed up, that joint. Get some movement out of that hip joint because otherwise it likes to lock up. It doesn't go anywhere. Gets really, really tight. Makes walking really hard, and it's super hard on the joints. Back and up. Couple more here. Get breathing a little heavier as you go. We're going to go down into just a little split squat. So stagger step, knee over the ankle on that front leg. Back foot, you're on the ball of the foot, not the toes. Heel comes up, heel comes down. So what you're taking is rolling the hips, working these hips, getting that strength in the upper core, in the lower core to bring that hip forward, putting the pressure on through the back leg to lift up through the hips, down and up. As you come up, we're going to curl. So hands, palms up, tighten up the fists, over as you get to the top and back down again. Keep that knee over the front ankle. So what we don't want to do is go forward and back. When you come forward, all of the pressure goes through the meniscus of the knee. You don't want that. You want the work being done by the back of the leg. So it's push down, curl up, down. Use that back leg, roll the hip, squeeze those muscles in that back of the back leg. The glutes, the butt muscles, and the back of the thigh, those hamstrings, up, and back down, push. Roll it over, pull it up. Warm up these muscles. We're going to put weights on them. We want to make sure that we've got those muscles warmed up, blood flowing through them, oxygen going through them, that they're ready to go. Down and up. Switch legs. So we got the biceps in the front, balance. Triceps in the back, elbows back, still that stagger step, going down to that split squat, knee over the ankle on that front leg. You come right down the middle. Elbows out, extend, and back in. So you're hinging at the elbow. Out, squeeze those muscles in the back of the upper arms, and bring it in. Out as you go down. Heel comes up, hands come up, arms out. Don't lock the elbows out. You don't want to put that kind of stress on the elbows. You just want to extend and contract. Out. Squeeze those muscles in the back of the arms and come up. Out and up one more time. Down and up. You should feel that in the quadriceps. Hamstrings right back here. And glutes right in the butt. All right. Next, shallow squats. Just not very far, just down a little bit and back up. So feet are about shoulder width apart. Butt goes back, knees come forward just a little bit over the laces of the shoes. Roll the hips and come back up. So bring your hands up in front. As you come down, roll the shoulder blades back. So what you want to make sure is that you're not down here looking at the floor. You should be looking out in front of you as you come down. And then roll and push up. You'll feel the weight from the ball of the foot to the heel, mainly back in the heel. That's where you're pushing through, using those muscles in the back of the legs and those quadriceps in the front of the thighs. Those are the big muscle groups, the ones that will help you. These are the muscles you use. This is the form that you use when you go to pick something up. So it's down, shoulders back. So as you're lifting something, you're keeping the shoulders back. You're not rolling down. Hold it and bring it up. All right. This time as we come up, shoulders come back, roll them around, down just a little bit. You don't have to go that deep. And back, coming down to that squat, feet forward, knees forward. You don't want the knees flaring out or caving in. You want them right over the ankles. Down and down, up and up. Rotate that hand. Palm down on the way down, palms up on the way up. And opposite direction. Bring it up and back down. Around and down. Rotate through. Get as much rotation as you can. Do what's right for your shoulders, but try to get them to move as much as possible. And they're going to move a little more every time you get a little out of them. You can take just a little bit more. And up and back down. Feet apart. Pivot off that back foot. Reach with the front arm. What you're making sure of is the hip stays forward. What you don't want is to turn the hips. This leg moves in the hip socket, rotates, 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 and reach across and bring it down. Up and across. Be really conscious of not letting the torso turn. Keep your head out, looking right straight out in front of you as you do this, and that's going to keep that leg straight, or it's going to help. Down. So that stationary leg, foot's flat on the floor, reaching up, roll the shoulder. Again, you go as high as is right for you. Reach and reach. But each time, see if you can get just a little more out of it. Stretching the shoulder, reaching the shoulder up, not the hand, and up. Same thing across the front. Reach straight across, other side. Pivoting off that back foot. Up on the ball of the foot, roll the heel out. Felt my shoulder clunk in a good way. I'm sure it was a good way. I can still move it, so yeah, I'm going to take that as a good thing. Push and push. And we're good. All right, what are we doing next? What are we doing next? We're getting a drink of water because it's time to get your weight. One weight. We're going to do unilateral exercises one side at a time. The beauty of unilateral exercises, you have a chance to focus on just the one limb, when you do your exercises. The other thing is it works the core. When you have weight on two sides, they're balancing each other out. When you've got weight on one side, it wants to pull you down. You have to use these muscles that run side to side on the core to hold you up. Obliques, transverse. You want to make sure that you stay right straight up, shoulders stay square to the floor. Neutral position, ears over shoulders, over hips, little bend in the knees, and then down to the ankles. So with any of these, all of these, you can, at your discretion, sit or stand. Again, standing will work the core a little more, but it's up to you. The other thing you can do is hold on to the chair because we are doing just one side at a time. So you can use that chair for support and still stand up. You're still working more muscles. All right, I talked a lot, so you should have a break there. We're going to take palm facing in. Shoulder blades are back. Elbow is right next to the torso. We're coming up, rotating the hand, and coming back down again. What you want to watch for, don't lean into it as you bring the weight up, and don't use that shoulder to help you drive it up. All the work is done by the biceps, front of the arm, upper arm. So it's up and back down again, just like that. Balls of the feet on the floor, heels, toes are for balance. You're not putting any weight into them, and bring them back down. Hold that core tight, nice and tight. Every exercise is a core exercise. All you got to do is contract those muscles. Down and up. Focus on that arm. Focus on these biceps right in the front of the upper arm. As you lift, feel them working. Get that elbow out there a little bit as you come up. Elbow behind you is just, that's where it's easiest. Make it a little more challenging. Get out a little farther. Get that elbow away from the torso if you can. Give yourself a little space instead of using the body as a brace for that elbow. What you're trying to do is use the muscles in the upper arm to do all the work. And back down. Up. We have 5 seconds left. And down. Up and drop down. Other side. So all exercises are based on time, not number of repetitions. So you don't have to try to cram 12 in at the same speed everybody else does. We do 40 seconds. You do as many as is right for you in that time frame. And let's go. Take a 15-second break in between. Give the muscles a chance to cool down. Give the body a chance to regroup. And back down, palm in. This rotation is working different muscles across the front of that upper arm. And back down. Take your time. Don't let the arm go all the way down. Keep a little bit of bend in the elbow so that those muscles are always under tension. Time under tension is what gives you the most bang for your buck as you're doing this. Up. And back down. We got 10 seconds left. Up. Hold. One more time. One more with that curl. Up. And back down. All right. If you're seated on this one, you're going to go into a hip hinge. We're going to do a row. A row. If you want, stagger step, shoulder blades back, chest out. We're going to bring that elbow back as far as we can. Weight comes up to the torso. Squeeze the shoulder blades. This exercise is for the shoulder and these muscles right around the shoulder blade towards the spine. Posture muscles. Ones that keep the shoulders back. What you want to make sure of on this one, most important thing, is that you're not doing this and twisting. Hard on the lower back. Really hard on the lower back. And it doesn't work those muscles. Again, you're using the entire body to do the movement. You want these muscles in the upper back to do the work. So it's up. Squeeze that elbow back as far as it'll go. And back down again. If you need to keep the back straight, use the chair. Put it out in front of you. Hold on to it. So you can keep the shoulder blades back. Don't let yourself go forward. Again, that's all stress on the lower back. Out and in. 15 seconds. In. Down. Bring it up. Squeeze. Really concentrate. That knee stays right in the same direction as the toes. Shoulders stay square to the floor. Down and up. One more time on this side. Take it down and bring it up. Other side. So again, I really like this because you can really concentrate on all the muscles. You can feel those core muscles that are keeping you from twisting. You feel the shoulders working to hold you right there. All these muscles up the arm and into the back. All right, here we go. Back, squeeze it, and out. Knee over the ankle, weights from the ball of the foot to the heel. Don't go into the toe. Don't let the knee go forward. Do not pass go. Do not collect. Is it still $200? Did they ever change that? Out and in. Did prices ever go up on Monopoly? Did they ever, like, match the rate of inflation on their hotels and that? And out. Up. Shoulder back. And out. As far back as you can get it. Hold it in that back position. Feel those muscles in the shoulder blade, going to the spine. All of them working to hold that arm back there. Those muscles are tight. One more time. Up. Squeeze. And out. Staying in that stagger step. Switching legs, of course. We're going to take elbow back. Extend at the elbow, working these muscles in the back of the upper arm. So you always want balance. If you're going to work the front of the arm, you got to work the back of the arm as well. All these muscles work together for movement. So elbow back, keep it back, keep the shoulder blades back. You want that straight line from the back of the head to the tailbone. Extend at the elbow, squeeze, and back in again. So you're squeezing those muscles in the back of the upper arm. Those triceps muscles, they like to cramp up. You should feel them almost get to that point before you come down. Again, as you come down, take it slow, using the biceps and the triceps to control that movement. Fight gravity. Out. It's not real anyway. And back down. Bring it up. Squeeze. And back in. Out. Take your time coming down. Don't go down very far, keeping those muscles under tension as long as possible. 10 seconds of this side left. Get those shoulder blades back. Oh, I lost my form completely. One more time. Out and back in. So you've got to be conscious at all times of your form if you don't want to get hurt. So what you're looking at doing is partway through that, I could just feel my shoulders were rolled forward. So I needed to get my shoulder blades back, and I know that I have a bad tendency to do that. So I always have to concentrate on keeping those shoulder blades back. All right, elbows back, shoulder square to the floor, and out. And back in. Again, you're looking out in front of you. The spine is straight from the tailbone going up into the base of the neck, base of the skull, and up. Squeeze that muscle in the back of the upper arm. Bring it back in. And out. And in. Squeeze. And bring it back. Out. Nice and tight. Bring it back. We're going to be doing a few of these yet. We still have 10 seconds left. Up. Hold it. Shoulder blades are back. Chest is out. Shoulders are square to the floor, parallel with it. And back down. Up. Tight. And back one last time. You're there. And in. Shoulders. Shoulder press. So we're going to do, take the hand. Many ways you can do this. Let's start with the easiest on your shoulder. That's a neutral grip. Palm in, up overhead, back down. If you can, palm out forward as you go up to rotation, bringing that palm facing in and then back out on the way down again. Second best, that works more of that shoulder, but it's up to you what your shoulder's capable of. Third way, palm back, full rotation forward and back down again. You're going to feel more of these muscles working. There's 3 muscles around the shoulder socket. That rotation is going to involve all of them, but it might not be right for your shoulder. Not everybody can do that rotation. So do the one that's right for you. If you are ready, we are starting up and back down. Again, neutral posture. Ears over hips, over shoulders, ears over shoulders, over hips, over ankles, and back down. Only go up as far as is right for your shoulder. Again, listen to your body. Do what's right. Up. Don't hurt it. It's going to say, that hurts. Don't do it. Just stop. For today, just let it go. Up and back down. Everybody's body works different every day. And back. Other side, shake that out, take a little break. So you got a little bend in the knees. Always have that bend in the knees. Weight is from ball of the foot to the heels. Nice stable base. The feet are about shoulder width apart. And if you're ready, up, rotate, and back down. Palm back, again, up with that rotation, or palm in, right straight up, and back down. Don't lock that elbow. If you can get the arm up all the way up overhead, don't go so far that you've got that elbow locked out and where you can actually feel it going backwards. You want to always have just a little bit of bend in it. Muscles should do the work at the joints. The joint is not made to handle that kind of weight. Up and back. Out and back. 5 seconds left. Take it up and bring it down. Last one. Single weight. Both hands on the weight. It's a pinch grip. I knew there was a name for it. I'm supposed to know it. All right. So go into a stagger step here. One foot in front of the other. Again, if you're on the chair, you can just make sure that you're in that neutral posture. Just do a little bit of a hip hinge if you want. You don't have to. Hands up at the chest. Shoulder blades are back. Most important thing on this, we're working the chest. As the chest muscles contract, that brings the arms out. Don't lock them out and bring them back in. The worst thing you can do is as you come forward, lean with the weights. You want to stay back here, shoulder blades back in that neutral position. Out and back in the whole time. Weight should be pushing through the heel of that front foot. That helps keep your stability, helps keep your posture. So we're going out as far as is right for you and bring it back in. Again, you may not be able to get way out there. The shoulders, the elbows, the arms may not do it. That's fine. Go out as far as you can without leaning forward and bring it back. Out and back in. Working those pecs. We work the upper back. Now we have to work the chest. Same thing. And in. Out. Arms stay parallel to the floor. And back in. Be sure that your shoulders are not rolling forward. If you're looking right out in front of you, it's really kind of hard to look at the floor. So keep those eyes right straight out in front of you. And back in. 5 seconds. Out. And back in. Last one. Bring it back in. You are done with those. Set your weight down. We will not be going back to it. We're going to go to just a little bit of cardio. For this one, if you can stand up, that would be great. What you can use here to help you, if you're starting to get tired, use the chair. Use the chair to help. First thing we're going to do is just a little bit of a squat with the heel up on the way up, down, and up. So we're getting that movement. We're getting the squat. We're working the quadriceps. We're also working the hamstrings to lift that leg up. Whole lot of lower body muscle work happening here. But again, if you don't need the chair, perfect. Feet are forward. This is a squat, so you want to make sure everything's forward. Knees don't go past the toes. They come down. You roll the hips. Push up through the heels. As you get to the top, bring that knee out or that heel up to the butt and back down again and off to the other side and back down. Maybe hold on to the chair with one side. We started. We're doing it. This is it. Up and back down. Try to keep that knee pointed towards the floor, bringing that heel right straight up and back down. How high you get the heel doesn't matter. You're balancing on the single leg. Important. Down. Find that balance. Foot flat on the floor. Ball the foot to the heel. Side to side. All the way across. Down. And up. Down. Nice and easy. If you get tired, you can always sit down. You know, you can work yourself up. Get the heart rate up a little bit. Gets to be too much. Sit down. You can be on the chair doing sit to stands. 5 seconds. Down. And up. Last one. And up. Next one is just heel raises, but in a pedal. So bringing one up and one down. Try to, if you can, as one's coming down, the other's coming up. So you have this period of time where both heels are off the floor, and find that nice smooth movement. You want those fine motor muscles to work that fluid movement. One leg up, one foot down, down and up. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Here you can go as fast as you want. If you want to go into kind of a run or bring the balls of the feet up off the floor completely going into a run, you can do that. You can. You can do what you want. Bring it up and up. Let's go. We're doing it. We're on the clock now. This is it. This is cardio here. Up and up. Official. Ageless balance cardio. Up. Smooth. Smooth moves with the arms, with the legs. Bring those heels up. Alternating heels. Or into a little march or a run. You find the thing that's right for you. 5 seconds left. Up. Up. And you are there. Take a little break here. I'm going to do a demo. We're going to do a step jack. Out to the side, tap out, arm up halfway, and bring it back in. So we've worked the shoulders quite a bit. Let's give them a break. We're going to alternate sides, out and in. Here again, you want to go up over the top, you can. You want to put a bounce in there and jump from side to side into a regular step jack, that's fine. There's always this, jumping jacks are always a thing. Whew, I'm tired just showing them. Okay, here we go. Out and up, out and in. Arm up, arm back. You may want to go a little faster with it. Tap, 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 tap. Whatever works for you. I'm going to take this pace right here. Up and up. Whew. Make sure you're breathing as you're doing this. You should feel the heart rate going up just a little bit. You should feel yourself having to breathe just a little heavier. A little bit of the lungs working there. Up and up. Last one. Last one on the other side. All right. Next one's going to be a squat again. Really working the quadriceps here. Feet forward. Feet, toes forward. Feet shoulder width apart. Going down. Bring the arms up. We're going to work upper and lower body again because that's what gets the heart rate up. And it's going to be a punching all the way down, all the way up, and then back down again. Keep the arms going. We're on the clock. Here we go. And back up. Weights in the ball of the foot to the heels. As you go down, chest stays up. This is an excellent exercise for forcing you into that correct position, helping you into that right position of keeping the chest out as you go into a squat. This is how it should be. This puts no stress on the lower back, and it doesn't hurt the knees. We don't have any pressure going through the front of those knees. Down. 30 seconds in. I feel it in my arms as well as my legs. Up and back down. I'm not going down very deep, just a little bit, just to keep the legs moving. I can feel it working. 5 seconds. And get tired, you can just do lower body or just upper. We're done with that one. All right. We're almost done. Plie. What are we doing? Oh, squat pulse. So feet out. Plie. Butt goes back. And all we're going to do is just right here, little pulses. Little tiny pulses. You want to feel this in the top of the hamstrings, top of the thighs, and in the bottom of the butt, right in that glute fold right in there. Shoulders stay up. You're really driving through the heel of the foot, whole back of the foot, but the heel's feeling a lot of pressure. You've got the foot flat on the floor. It's really easy to let the knees drop in. You want to strengthen these muscles up along the legs to stabilize. I know a lot of people before they go into, if they have knee surgery, doctors make them strengthen up their knees. This is one of the ways to do it, is keeping these muscles strong, keeping the knees in alignment with the ankles. And up, back, and up. They say do squats to help strengthen knees. Doesn't do any good if you don't do them right. You just do more damage. And up, down, up. Hands up front. Do whatever you want with the hands. If you want to bring them up with you, like a condor. Down and up. 5 seconds. Whatever you're doing, do it for 5 more seconds. up, and roll it forward, bring it up, sit. Sit down. You deserve it. We're going to stretch out. So today was cardio, strength, and now, after we used all upper body with the weights, all lower body in those cardio exercises at the end, those endurance exercises, getting that heart rate up a little bit. Now we go into the cool down to stretch all those muscles out. First thing we're going to do is just a nice easy march. So what you're looking for here is just let things cool down a little bit. Shoulder blades are back, ears over shoulders over hips. Knees and toes are in alignment, right straight out in front of you. Chest is out. Bring it up and up. And go out and come back in again. Nice and easy movements. As you pick that leg up, don't let the hips turn. It is picking the leg up, working the muscles on the outside of the hips to pull out. Inner thigh to pull the leg back in again. Knees and toes stay in alignment as much as you can. So it's not stepping out or knee way out to the side and the foot doesn't go out that far. Everything flows together. Up and out. We're working all of the muscles in the legs, in the hips to keep that alignment. Because if we can strengthen them up right here doing this, then when you're out walking around and not thinking about it, the muscles will automatically go there. Strongest muscles will always take over. We need to make them strong. Out and in, side, other side. One more time. And bring it in. So at any point here, you get tired, you can just go right back to this, to that march. But do something. Just keep moving a little bit so that you can let that heart rate slow down or come back down again. All right. Heel digs. Out and out. So if you're exercising, you get that heart rate way up, and then you just stop, that heart crashes. I've heard that there's a whole lot of heart attacks in gyms because people get their heart rate up, push hard, and then just quit. They don't cool down like this. And really hard on the cardiovascular system. Out, in, on the heart especially. Out and in. You want to cool it down. It's a muscle. It's a muscle. It needs to be worked back down slowly. And out. Heel pumps. And out. Heel digs. A few more. Out, in, out. One more each side. Out and out. Again, what you're looking for whenever you're doing any of these exercises, always make sure you've got your posture, ears over shoulders over hips, and that you have that straight line. As the foot comes out, it's coming right straight out. And as that toe is up, it's pointing right, or it's in the same plane as the hip and the knee. All right. Next we are doing, what are we doing next? Oh, feet out to the sides. Hands on the thighs. Just this little up, pushing through the heels, and come back down again. You're going to feel a stretch on the inner thigh. Not very high. You're not coming up doing all sorts of crazy stuff. It is just use the hands, push through a little bit, bring the butt up off the chair and back down. Small move, up and back down. Hip hinge forward, shoulder blades back, chest is out, up, and bring it back down. Nice and easy. Don't let the knees collapse. If the knees are coming in, then your feet are too wide apart. Bring them in a little bit more, but push foot flat on the floor, foot on the heel. All right, we did those. Arm back. We're going to swim. Nancy, we're swimming. Get your snorkel on. Nancy, got your snorkel on? Get her on. Back and back. Big motion. I do that all the time. Movement and motion. Comes out motion for me. Movement through the shoulders as big as you can get. Let's switch directions. Around the other way. Don't let the torso twist. We're not doing all sorts of other things. We are not actually swimming. We are keeping our posture so we don't hurt our back. Roll and roll and bring it down. See, the nice thing when you're swimming, you're extended out all the way so you can rotate. Spine does one thing, it rotates. As you swim, the shoulders roll. You don't turn the hips with it. Hips stay straight against the bottom of the pool. You're just reaching out. And then you get that nice rotation through the back. All right. We don't have that stability of the water underneath us here, though. Cross body, overhead reach. I'm reading directly from my sheet. Up and back down. Reach over the top and bring it back in. Again, it is the shoulder that's doing the work here. Roll the shoulder up. That's where the stretch is coming from. You're going to feel these muscles right around the shoulder. Lift it and back down. As they contract and get shorter, that arm's going to come up and then back down again. Up and down. Cross and back down. Same thing we did at the beginning. We're going to roll the shoulders around, reach cross body, keep your chin out, keep looking right out in front of you and out. Again, so we're not twisting and around. We're getting stretch. We're twisting through the middle of the back. We're getting stretch through the chest and the upper back and out. We lose it completely if we turn with the arms. Around and around. Bring the arms down. Shake that out. Hand up over the top. We're going to do a side bend. Shoulder blades are back. Find your neutral posture. Arm comes right up along the ear and then straight down on the side. Again, I'll say it again. Spine does one thing at a time. We're bending it sideways. So we're getting a stretch through those vertebrae on the side. Hand comes over, helps you to come down, and the other side arm up, arm next to the ear, and then bring it over. Sits bones stay on the chair. Again, no additional stretch when you pick that butt up. You want the stretch, feeling it all the way through the arm, shoulder, ribs, down the side, those obliques on the outside of the core, and bring it back down again. Right foot out first. We're going to stretch the calf muscle, so a little bend in the knee. Shoulder blades are back. You want to feel above the heel to below the knee. Hands on the thigh, shoulder blades are back, chest is out, and just lean into it. If you don't feel the stretch in the back of the calf, in the calf muscle, extend the leg out just a little bit more, but not so much that you're feeling it in the top half of the leg. You just want it in the bottom. Get that toe back as far as you can, and just do a hip hinge into that leg. There we go. Had my leg extended too far, knee was too straight, and all the stretch was in the upper half of the leg. And relax. To the other side we go. Welcome, Tasmania. Down. We call him Taz because he's crazy. He's like the Tasmanian devil. Down. Stretches in the calf muscle. We really work these muscles, so I really want to make sure that we get them stretched out. And I forgot to do the hamstrings on the other side. Let's go back to that right leg. Extend the foot out. Foot is relaxed. Knee has got some extension to it. We're just going to come down. Again, shoulders are square to the floor, using that leg to hold the shoulder blades back. Don't let your shoulders roll down towards that foot. This is the posture you always want to have, this hip hinge position whenever you're leaning forward, picking something up. It's not a roll the shoulders down. It is a right here. Because one of the worst things you can do is if you are leaning forward to pick something up. That's not so bad. It's when you use that lower back to lift up, or even worse, you rotate as you're lifting through the lower back. That causes the lower back all kinds of problems. Sciatic nerve doesn't like that at all. And come on forward. Hold it in there. And back up again. Feet out wide. Hands on the knees. Shoulder blades are back. Fall right in between. Stretches on the inner thighs on this one. Again, we use them when we march, when we brought the leg across. Anytime the leg went out and back in again, inner thighs did the work to pull it back in. So we need to let them stretch just a little bit. Muscle contracts to make the movement. So we got to let it stretch back out again. And up. Grab onto the back of the chair. Shoulders are back as far as they can go. Chest is out. Get a little lean forward into this. So you got back there. You're holding onto the back of the chair. Just lean into it a little bit more. Feel a little bit more stretch through the front of the shoulders, through the chest. Deep breath in. Through the nose, push the stomach out. Exhale, coming forward. Shoulders roll up. Chin come to chest. Feel the stretch through the shoulders, upper back, all the way from the middle of the back to the neck. And the shoulders all the way around from the front to the back. And shake that out. Let's do a rotation. Right hand outside the left knee. Take that back hand. Let me turn the other way, as opposed to just leaving my chair where it was. All right. Shoulder blades are back, chest is out, chin is up. Most important thing is that you keep those shoulder blades back as you do this rotation. Hand in the front just stabilizes. Back hand, you kind of pull yourself around. Pull that back shoulder around, keeping the shoulder blades back. You'll feel the stretch going all the way up the spine. If you feel it tweaking the lower spine, stop, please, so you don't get hurt. And back the other way. I had a lady one time in my class tell me that she heard you're never supposed to do this. You're never supposed to do it wrong. You got to do this one right. Otherwise, if your shoulders are down, if you're looking at the floor as you make this rotation, all the stress goes in that lower back. There's no rotation through the lower back. That is just pulling the muscles. You don't want that. The rotation happens through the shoulders, through the middle of the back, the thoracic spine. Deep breath in, shoulders out, exhale, coming back to center, fingers intertwined, palms to the roof. Raise the roof, roll the shoulder blades back, deep breath in through the nose. Stomach out, exhale, bringing the arms down on the sides. Grab on underneath if you can, underneath the thighs. Bring yourself down, push on the stomach, getting all that air up and out of the lungs. Hard exhale. And back up. Deep breath in as you come up. When you work the muscles, you break part of the muscle down. It gets into the bloodstream. We need to get it out of the lungs, otherwise it takes up space. And stomach out. Exhale one more time. All the way down. Hard exhale. This will help your heart rate come down a whole lot faster. You're getting a lot more oxygen into the lungs. So recovery time is much faster this way. Up over the top, a little bend in the elbows, roll the shoulder blades back as far as they'll go. Deep breath in through the nose. Stomach out. Exhale, bringing the arms down. Little rotations, little rolls. Down, forward, back. I call them flutters. Fluttering, fluttering. We're good. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Let me know if there's anything I can do for classes that you would like different. And we'll see you on Friday. Thank you.